fucked up. Fucked up. I fucked up. How did I fuck up? When I started this Dolph Lundgren marathon, I did not take into consideration that I have to rewatch this piece of fucking shit again. This is the second fucking time because I did a Dolph Lundgren marathon years and years and years ago. Then I got problems with copyright because that's when I was trying to use footage. I got fucked over, so most of them were gone. So I'm redoing them so I don't have to watch this piece of shit again. And then even this DVD knew how shitty it was because you see direct contact, and then this is a flipper disc. And one side is supposed to be retrograde and the other's direct action. Well, this movie, it knows how much I fucking hate this movie. So both sides of this is direct action, which I like. It's a good movie. Technically, I have 2 copies of the film. But so I had to fucking go online and find to watch it, thankfully for free. Thankfully, my internet was working and not being a dickhead. Because it has fucking PMS depending on the fucking time you get it. It works with you and pisses on your face with blood. Just like this fucking movie can do. Piss on itself. This is a type of movie that's a fucking cocksucker. It's not even a professional cocksucker. People are like, well, why? Because Retrograde is the type of cocksucker that uses fucking teeth. The reason I'm going so over the top, fucking pissed, is because this is the worst Dolph Lundgren film ever made. I shit you not. There's close. The Last Patrol, also known as The Last Warrior, is fucking close. But Retrograde is the absolute worst. Even Dolph Lundgren looks bad in the film. And I'm a big fan of Dolph, but he's wearing... It's a sci-fi movie where, long story short, just read the fucking back. 2204. There's a deadly bacteria that threatens the survival of mankind. So him and his team, they get on a spaceship, and by a crappy, horrific CGI, go back to Earth in the past. They go to the Antarctic to this fucking boat that's going to find these meteorites. At least that's what they call them. And unleash this bacteria. And they're going to go there and stop it and I guess destroy the meteorites or whatever the fuck. Well, by the time they get back in time, part of the crew... I don't know what the fuck their plan was, but they decided to stop it. And you know what? I don't even fucking remember why they're stopping it. I guess they're like, they love the misery. They love this world, as a man would say. I don't know. So then Dolph crashes the fucking ship down. He gets out, meets up with these fucking dumbasses on the boat, on the ship, in the Antarctic, while a couple people chase after him. Gary Daniels is in this film, and is completely and utterly fucking wasted. Like, you have Gary Daniels, right? A talented martial artist, who's done some really good films. Rage, Riot, Recoil, among others. Cold Harvest. He's barely in the film, even though he's second name on the bill. He doesn't do any martial arts. He tries to do one kid, it gets blocked. He really has no scenes with Dolph except one point where Gary Daniels dies. Gary Daniels is not the villain, so it's not like Gary Daniels versus Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren gets killed by the loser villain who's bald-headed. Because the guy, I guess, stabbed him in the stomach, but looks like his hand fucked him up in the stomach too. So Gary Daniels is completely and utterly wasted in this fucking role. Why do you hire Gary Daniels in a Dolph Lundgren movie when A, you don't have him do martial arts, B, you don't have him fight Dolph, C, he's not the villain, D, he's not the fucking, even really one of the main characters, he's just a supporting character, and 7, you barely give him much of any fucking screen time, other than his character lights this lead girl who's on the boat. And there's one moment where he's going around the fucking ship, looking around the spaceship, then leaves, goes back to his boat, I'll just call it boat for the confusion, to set in. Because I'm sure I already confused people, because people are like, okay, man, calm down, take this step by step. Okay. let's see. You get some piss poor CGI explosion on in space, and these rocks fall into Earth. Cut to 2204. I guess it's LA. Dolph and his group are like genetically unique, so they're kind of immune to the bacteria. I say they're kinda because they're immune, but they can still get infected. So you're not really immune, I guess. But I guess you're just they're immune, but they're not. I guess if they take whatever. So Dolph, it's funny that the same year he did Direct Action, which is a much better film. This was 2004, and The Defender, which he directed. Part of me wonders if he was in this film and then he's like, fuck this, my career is at the lowest point because this is the shittiest film I've been a part of. I gotta direct my fucking own movies from now on, at least for a little bit. So they did The Defender, The Russian Specialist, Command Performance, three of his best direct-to-video films, and he directed them. But Dolph, even like the look of him, uh, and then the outfit that him and the other space guys wear, they look like fucking motocross. Like they're ready to ride a fucking motorcycle and they're ready to star in Biker Boys or Torch, that fucking sci-fi movie. Why are they wearing motocross? Why do they look like they're ready to put on a helmet and go rad with thunder in your heart? Why the fuck? I mean, that's Bystone, not more. Well, why is Dolph like? He might as well star in a sequel to the fucking Dirt Bike Kid called The Dirt Bike Man or Dirty White Boy or whatever the fuck. Falling pieces. It says something when my friend Michael Keane did Star Trek fan films, and they have better production value than this movie. I shit you not. And there are times where Dolph's flying the spaceship, and Dolph's just looking at the camera, staring into your soul with the dead eyes. I'm like, Dolph himself knows. I'm staring at the screen. Save me, someone save me. I gotta be in this shitty movie. He's just staring into your soul, crying for help. Help the man. Help Dolph. Save Dolph. I mean, it says that when I've seen TV shows with better effects than the CG in the Star Trek shows at the time, like whether it be Deep Space Nine, Voyager, they had better effects than this movie. For the look at the spaceships, and then again the look at the motocross looking suits. I don't understand it. But they went back in time to get to the ship, the boat that's on the ice. And part of me's like, well, if you want to just take care of the boat because everyone died, why don't you just go by and blow the boat up and then blow the thing up? Because you're saying all these people are going to die anyway, but maybe that was their plan, maybe not, I don't know. But some of the crew decided to turn bad. And it's remarkable enough that the good guys have red sleeves and all the bad guys have black sleeves. Because like all the people who turn, maybe not one, but I could be wrong. But most of them who turned evil, they have the black sleeves. I guess to tell the difference, like who's good and who's bad. And the editing in this film is so fucking awkward at times. I'll cut from a bad guy slamming a knife into a woman who is one of the ship, one part of the Dolph Lundgren's crew. So the guy slams a knife into the woman. Boom, cuts to a picture of a little kid where the woman on Earth is looking at when she's not looking at her microscope. I'm like, what the fuck is this editing? We go from, fuck you, woman, here's a knife to your neck, to, here's a cute little kid's picture. And it's like, and that's not the only time. Like, there's a part where there's the drama on the boat where you better pray we recruit for next spring. You're going to get fired. We go from a guy saying, oh, you're going to get fired, to now Dolph and the guy's running on the spaceship, getting shot at. And I'm like, what the fuck is this acting? And with the editing, I jumped to the acting because the acting is piss poor. Poor fucking acting, especially on the people on the boat, the boat's crew. Horrible fucking acting. I've seen fan films with better actors. I've seen school plays with better acting. I'm not even exaggerating. These are the people that learn their lines literally 2 minutes before the cameras were on screen, and they're just trying to remember their lines. Who gives a fuck if it's believable in their delivery? They just want to make sure they get the lines right. And Gary Daniels just like part of the crew, trying to put the moves on the Earth Lady. I'll just call her that because I don't know her fucking name. She was the one with the microscope looking at her kid's picture. I'll just call her Earth Lady because I don't know her fucking character name. I don't give a shit. There wasn't much to her character. Wasn't much to anybody's character. So cheap as production values, horrible acting, one of the worst casts for a Dolph Lundgren film. I would, I am serious. Darren Daniels, he's trying to put the booze on this Earth lady. She wants none of it. He's like, okay, leaves. The boat has some electrical interference. This is when Dolph Lundgren's ship crashes in the Antarctic. He fights two in the snow. He's been shot on the side. He passes out. They find Dolph, bring him in. You have some great acting, as if they're trying for masterpiece theater. Like the doctor is so angry and intense for no fucking reason. The boat hits something, so they're trying to figure out what to do next. Um, they've found these rocks, the meteorites, with the bacteria in it. They don't know it's bacteria yet. One guy gets infected. A chunk of the film is just this fucking guy who I don't give a fuck about going crazy. The crew's looking on the boats looking for him. Dolph looking for a clue, wandering around. Dolph not even much of shit to do. Gary Daniels and then by this time they've left the boat and they're looking to see what this other thing is, and they go in a spaceship. Some of the people with Gary Daniels gets killed. Gary Daniels just looking around. He doesn't fight anybody. He doesn't kill anybody. He doesn't do anything. He just looks around, hears something, leaves, goes back to the boat. Meanwhile, back on the boat, Dolph, the infected guy's going to kill someone. Dolph hits him one time, and the infected guy looks at the Earth Lady and shoots himself. Cut back to Gary Daniels. When he left, the bad guys from the spaceship decided to go to the boat. They start shooting some people while the woman shows Dolph where to go. And a chunk of the film is Dolph and the lady in this, I'll just call it the boiler room. It's the inner workings of the boat, but it looks like one giant boiler room. It's just fucking boring shootouts where you turn around and go, it's funny. There's a guy, I don't know if he watches my stuff. He's a very nice guy, though. I haven't heard from him in a while, called kentuckycunctator. When I did these reviews years and years ago, he did a funny edit called like Falling Dolph. Apparently, I got so crazy watching this piece of shit the first time, I decided to shoot things up. And if I remember, I'm gonna put that link down below. His video's still up. It's a funny edit, but it's quite a few years ago. I was went through the door like, because that's what happens in this fucking movie. Like, going around fucking shooting, that's it. Some of the most boring shootouts you can experience on a film. The bald villain who fucked over Dolph, he got infected earlier. Dolph, he chops one doctor in the neck because he's infected. For this bit, I'm like, where the fuck is Gary Daniels? He disappeared. He comes back and he's just giving rifles to the crewmen. Some people are like, oh, we gotta get to this helicopter. Okay, you don't go to the helicopter. Doesn't show them entering the helicopter. Doesn't show them in the helicopter. It just cuts to the helicopter's up in the air. A bad guy shoots, the helicopter blows up. Which is very abrupt because like one of those characters is the asshole who usually, the there's an asshole in these movies. You want to see him scream, go, oh no, oh my god, ah. No. No cutaways, no up close shots, no up close shots of these characters. And it literally took me a minute to go. I thought maybe it was like another helicopter, like a rescue helicopter, because you didn't see it take off, you didn't see them enter the helicopter, you didn't see them in the helicopter. I thought it was just some random helicopter that came by to try rescue, and they shot it. For a minute, I said, wait a minute, that was the crew escaping? Some up close shots of the crew to establish that would have been nice, or them lifting off, or I don't even know if we did a shot of the helicopter on the ground. It's just all of a sudden a helicopter in the air. I'm like, what the fuck? Abrupt, poorly edited, horribly directed. This guy, Christopher Kulikowski, cannot direct for shit. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be blunt. And apparently he came up with a crappy story. I'm trying to see, did he write? Okay, he didn't write the film. He came up with a bad story. It's just a lame story. Rated R doesn't even need to be rated R. It might as well be PG fucking 13. It's funny, this has, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking producers. And one of them is Joseph Murray. Isn't that the M from PM Entertainment? I guess he had no fucking control on this. Just the PM Entertainment films are good. This is not released by PM Entertainment, so maybe that's another thing. Maybe he's just there for a paycheck. Like everyone else in this fucking film. And just boring back and forth shooting, the boiler rooms, and where are the fucks. If you get a little bit of a fight scene, it looks clunky, it looks slow. I don't think the director knows how to shoot action. Maybe Dolph was just fucking bored, and he's like, whatever the fuck, I'm not going to put much effort into these fight scenes with these and this shit. Gary Daniels doesn't do martial arts. He's fighting the bald villain. He gets taken out very easily. He tries to do a kick, the villain grabs it, and like, hey, maybe it was, I guess it's one of those things, Gary Daniels, maybe he wanted to play a different kind of role, not just a martial artist. I understand, you're an actor, you want to do a different thing, you want to do different roles. It didn't work out. It didn't. It's just a waste of Gary Daniels. You know, you see Dolph Lundgren and Gary Daniels. You want to see them fight, or you want to see them do martial arts against each other, or that's not even the case. They barely even. I did one brief scene where Gary Daniels is dying. Looks at Dolph. Go find her. Go rescue her. The Earth Lady. Dolph kills the bad guy in a nothing fight in the snow. The woman dies. And then I guess Dolph, he's the only one left, and there's some shitty explosion. I guess he got rid of the meteorites or what the fuck. He goes on his ship. He looks bored as fucking sin. I guess he went back 6 months earlier to tell the lady, don't go. Stay with your daughter. And for some reason, this lady listens to a total fucking stranger to say, don't take this job where you don't make money. Just stay with your daughter. I'd be more freaked out with, who the fuck are you? Are you a stalker? Are you a killer? Who the fuck are you? I better get on the boat to stay away from you. But she listens for some reason, stays with her daughter, so she'll be alive. Which then makes me think, well, isn't that going to affect your mission? Because you didn't have the woman leading you and helping you. Isn't that going to change fate? Isn't that going to change things? I guess not, because Dolph all of a sudden is in the future again in front of this terrible green screen with, I guess, his wife and son, who we've never met before, because he's kissing the woman, holding the kid. I guess that's his wife and son. Didn't even know he had a wife and son. Every fucking thing that you could fuck up in a movie, this director ticked the boss. I need to calm down. The boxes for waste of a cast. Yep. Is you waste Dolph Lundgren in a nothing role, and you waste Gary Daniels in a less than nothing role. Terrible action, yes. The few instances of action is boring, repetitive, clunky, and I've seen people on YouTube do better. I'm not even exaggerating. See, literally the insides of my body want to leave because I don't want to stick around to listen to this horse shit of a movie being explained to the masses. The production values are cheaper than an episode of the original Star Trek show. Again, I'm not even exaggerating. Even they had better clothes than fucking motocross. Want to be like future biker boys. Star Trek biker boys? Is that what it's trying to be? Biker white boys from Mars? What the fuck is it trying to do? Oh, terrible, god-awful CGI. Piss poor acting. Even Dolph looks bored as fuck in the movie. The ship's crew are a bunch of terrible. If they're not terrible actors, then maybe they got awful direction or insipid writing. Maybe all the above. It's a very boring film, even though this film is only an hour and a half, give or take. It's still very slow, very boring. The plot is lame. Dot fuck of a plot. We gotta go back in time, stop the scene for bacteria. Okay, you don't have Dolph Lundgren in a sci-fi movie with a spaceship? Hey, that could be cool. But no, you fucked it up. And why the fuck is it called Retrograde? What the fuck does retrograde even mean? Like, why is it called Retrograde? I don't even know. Feel free to explain that to me. Uh, Dipshit and editing. Just every single part of this film is fucking lame. When I first reviewed the Dolph Lundgren films, I said this was the worst Dolph Lundgren film. I'm saying it again. I will never watch this fucking film again. This is a piece of fucking utter trash. You tell how much Dolph Lundgren even hates the film. Look at his face. The music is fucking terrible. The direction, amateur would be taking it in a good route. That'd be giving it praise if it was amateur direction. And people want to say it's not that bad. Please feel free to give it a look. Without stopping, without pausing, without getting up and walking around or falling the fuck asleep. Like my friend Michael Keane. You're a fan of sci-fi, you're a fan of Dolph. Michael Keane Phantasm, I dare you to watch a film like Retrograde for your B-movie marathon. I dare people to watch this fucking film. I dare them. And I'm not saying anything else because I don't want to waste any more of my fucking time with this bullshit. Retrograde, you get a grade of F on the F scale of fuck. See you guys later. This movie can kiss my fucking culo.